Hello, hello, hello! Today we're going to be looking at the top 10 weapon mods in Fallout 4 so far, or at least what I think are the top 10 weapon mods. Now, if you disagree or you think I missed something, you can always leave it in the comments below. All of the weapon mods that I feature here will be in the description. What? Alright, let's get to it!
Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when you said goodbye.
At number 10, we've got the Colt Delta Elite by Cowie. I know there are a few different models of the 1911 Colt on the Nexus. This one made the top 10 because of its unique design and its great quality. I mean, it does look fantastic. Look at the craftsmanship here. Just look at it! Look at it! It has a lot of different customization options, which is great because it does originally come as a replacer for the 10mm pistol, so you would expect to get a similar amount of customization options that you would have for that pistol. If you don't want a replacer, you can also get the gun as a standalone, in which case it can be found outside Vault 111 in a blue cabin. Some customization options that stood out to me on this gun. Firstly, the reflex sight I think looks great. It blends into the gun so well and it's very unique looking. Also, under muzzles, there's two different types of suppressors, which both look fantastic and can both make the gun look very unique to anyone's playstyle. My only gripe with this gun is how clean and fantastic it looks. For anyone who plays a very lore-friendly game, they might think, this gun looks way too good to be pre-war. It's not worn at all. However, you can come up with some fantastic backstory as to why it was so well preserved. Overall, this gun looks great and feels great. It also sounds great when you shoot it. So I rate this gun 3 naked gorillas arguing. Beauty! At number 9, we have the Sukhino Hana by Sankojin. This is an excellent melee addition to the game. It made my list for a few reasons. The first one being that katanas are sweet. The second being that the quality of the sword is amazing. It looks and feels great in the game from first person to third person perspective. It's just wonderful. When you slice up someone with this sword, it just feels satisfying. What I really like about this sword are the customization options that it has implemented. It really gives you the impression that you have some sort of effect on this weapon when you take it to the workbench, which to me is lore friendly as fuck. It goes from rusty to restored to more restored to legendary. This type of restoration of a melee weapon is very unique, and I think it gives that added immersion feel to put it on my list. The sword can be found in the player's pre-war home, the last room on the left, right across the hall from Sean's crib, because nothing scares a kidnapper more than a fucking katana. I rate this mod 3 disturbing pillows for lonely dudes. Cause what the fuck? At number 8, we've got World War I weapons by Trophy Hunter. These melee weapons made my list mainly because of the realistic nature of the items or weapons themselves. If you look at these weapons, you can see very minute details in each one. It's this type of fastidious craftsmanship that makes these weapons really stand out in the world. There are 3 weapons total: a British cavalry saber, a trench knife, and a trench club. All of which can be crafted at the weaponsmith workbench. And they all look very unique in the sense that I've never seen anything like any of them in the game, whether it be vanilla or mod. So it adds something very unique to the Fallout world. The damage for the weapons all makes sense, and even the lore for the weapons is very immersive. Being as how the Fallout's history is very much like our own until after the Second World War, meaning that these weapons, being from the First World War, would very much exist in the Fallout universe, which makes this mod immersive as balls. I have to rate this mod 1 old lady addicted to parkour. It just keeps you guessing. At number 7, we've got the defense gun by Yanataku. This machine gun made the list for multiple reasons. Firstly, because of how well designed the gun looks. Not only is it lore friendly with the textures, but it also looks like something you'd find on a World War II battlefield. This old design fits so well with the Fallout universe that it just had to make my list. The customization on this gun is reason 2. There are so many options here, each making the gun look entirely unique. You could have 4 friends all playing the game at the same time with this gun, and in every case, the gun would look entirely unique. But it must be nice to have friends though. The gun itself has been added to the level list, so there's no specific place you gotta go to find it. It's not at the top of some ridge or at the bottom of some gully somewhere. You can just buy it off a merchant, or you can pull it off the body of a raider who should have known better than to fuck with you. This is great. The damage it inflicts on settlers is also lore friendly, so it's a must-have mod for anyone who really wants immersion along with great quality weaponry. I rate this mod 1 giant wrecking ball that Miley will use in her next music video. Sweet! At number 6, we have the Crude Blowback by Ass X Ass. The Crude Blowback has a rustic homemade feel to it. It fits in extremely well to the Fallout world, keeping that immersion element at an orgasmic level. The gun itself has a load of different customization options, which really help to make it many different guns in and of itself, really. What separates this mod from other mods that I've featured is the fact that this mod looks like it's something that would have been designed after the war during the Fallout itself, because it's something you could kind of put together in your own home. It can be found on vendors or dead enemies, as it has been added to the level list. It can also be located at Chestnut Hillock Reservoir, laying on top of an old crab trap. This mod gets extra points for immersion and gets me in the mood to dance using homemade bullets. I have to rate this mod 1 normal Nicolas Cage face expression. There's no such thing as overdoing it. At number 5, we have the Fusion Gun by Fallout Suite. The Fusion Gun is a new energy weapon offering a dozen attachments to cater to every player's taste, from sniper rifles to pistols, flaming shotguns to fully automatic silenced laser assault rifles, because that's a very specific taste. There's a build for every playstyle. The gun can be found by going to Sedgwick Hall in University Point, so if you're just around there, check it out, or the bomb storage room at the end of the Sentinel Site 1 in the Glowing Sea. It also requires its own unique ammo called Fusion cartridges, which can be crafted at the chem station after breaking down some elements or bought off vendors. The Fusion gun looks very unique and has some great textures and design. It is actually really rare for me to see an energy weapon on the Nexus that like really stands out to me, and this one definitely did that. It pulls off energy weapons nicely, and it also gives a very unique outlook on them. I rate this mod 2 guys riding toilet bikes because tricycles scare the shit out of people. At number 4, we have the Crossbows of the Commonwealth by Tricky Vane. This is one of those weapons that is almost a must-have in your playthrough, mainly because it not only adds a unique weapon to the game, but a unique type of weapon, the crossbow itself. The crossbows look and function great in Fallout. They use the laser musket animation to reload, so it doesn't break immersion at all while you're using them. They just function very well. There are a fair amount of customization options for the crossbow, ranging from a more classic look or design to something that looks a whole lot more sophisticated. There are also lots of different ammo types for the crossbows, so you're gonna be a little more threatening than the guy down the street just using a bow and arrow like a fucking loser. The crossbows themselves have been added to the level list, so you can find them on the dead or you can purchase them from merchants. The design of the crossbows as well as the textures are just awesome, and they look very realistic. The only thing that can get a bit tiresome is having to manually reload after every shot, but in all honesty, if you were using a crossbow in real life, you'd have to reload it yourself, because if it reloaded automatically, that would be lore breaking as fuck. I have to rate this mod 1 invisible lottery ticket, because they're awesome. At number 3, we've got the Remington 858 New Model Army by Covadonga. This gun made it so high on my list because of its unique design. The one thing that can be said about this gun is that it doesn't look anything like other mods that I know of or vanilla weapons in the game so far. The Western look and feel to this revolver are very well done, and it feels very realistic. It also sounds realistic. When you shoot it, it sounds like a revolver. It gives you the impression that someone is going to get fucked up at high noon. The gun itself is immersive, and I believe it goes with the Fallout universe very well. The textures, the design, it even looks worn out like it's old. There are a few very unique customization options for this revolver, including a unique scope and grip, which I think go with the gun very well. The Remington has been added to the level list, so you can find it on your victims, or you can buy it from merchants. This gun gets me so excited every time I use it that I had to rate it one golfer who's way too into his putt. Look at this guy. Look at him. At number 2, we have the Modular Seminar PTRS-41 anti-tank rifle by Kazumaj. This mod adds 3 new rifles to the game and a new melee weapon. The guns are the Type 76, the PTRS-41, and the QBU 7620, aka Black Shark. The melee weapon is the old school can opener, and all these weapons can be crafted at the chem station, or you can find them on dead enemies because they've been added to the level list, and possibly on merchants too, if you're a high enough level. This weapon mod is an absolute must in my opinion. I absolutely adore all the guns that are added here, and really felt that the game was lacking a solid sniper rifle until I came across this mod. One thing that I associate with sniper rifle is power, and the vanilla sniper rifle in the game just does not exude power. It doesn't feel powerful, doesn't look powerful, and it sure as shit doesn't sound powerful. And when you shoot an enemy, you gotta shoot them like 40 fucking times before they go down. So you don't get those one-shot kills that you kind of expect with the sniper rifle. However, this mod sorts all that. It gives you not 1, but 3 very powerful sniper rifles that give you those one-shot kills. But not only do they look the part, they sound the part as well. Literally, when you fire this thing off, super mutants will be shitting in their panties. Okay? I'll be honest that sometimes when I use this gun, my dick slips out of my pants and into my hand. Is that weird? There are an insane amount of customization options for this mod as well, which just furthers its greatness. No 2 rifles look or feel the same, with an assortment of different receivers, scopes, barrels, ammo, you name it, and more. There's literally too much to go over, so by all means, download it and take a look yourself. I really have nothing but good things to say about this mod. The gun looks very real. It fits into the Fallout universe very well. It's very lore friendly. The only negative to having this mod installed is not having it installed sooner. I rate this mod 2 bad parents going for a drive because, let's face it, safety first. At the number 1 spot on my list is Modern Firearms by Idle Sheep. The reason this mod made the number 1 spot is because it is by far the most extensive weapon mod that I've seen to date. Whether that's on Bethesda.net or whether it's on the Nexus. It adds dozens of new weapons as well as some unique armor to the game. I just go through a few here in the video, but there's even more to find and modify. All the weapons are very well done and look very realistic, although some might say that Modern Firearms might not be the most lore-friendly considering the fictional history and timeline of the game. I say to those people, yeah, but look at them. They look so nice. The guns are all added to the level list, so you can find them at vendors or on dead foes as long as you're a high enough rank yourself. The guns themselves have a lot of mods, making every gun feel and look entirely unique from, well, guns of the same thing. You can customize each gun to your particular playstyle, whether it's silent and quiet and you sneak up on people, or you want to shoot them from a distance with different scopes, or whether it's in your face with large magazines and loud compensators. The gun and mod pieces can be crafted at a new Modern Firearms prototype vending machine. The guns all look fantastic. Some have minor animation issues due to the default animations, but they're still all a very welcome addition to the game. The base damage on the guns, however, is fixed, meaning that acquiring them early in the game can cause the difficulty to be a bit too easy. What that means is, if the base damage is 230 and you get it when you're at level 3, it can make walking through those raiders a whole lot fucking easier. As far as late in the game addition, so acquiring these guns when you're at a higher level, where there's anything above rank 50, they're a very welcome addition. They fit in really well. On a final note, this mod used to be located on the Nexus, however it was relocated only to be accessible through Bethesda.net. I don't know the full story behind it, but I do know that if you're one of those die-hard Nexus fans, you'll have to lay down your loyalty just briefly to acquire this mod. I have to rate this modern Firearms mod one giant nut partially in a squirrel's mouth. It's just delightful. So, thanks again for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then by all means, I hope to see you next time. You can subscribe if you want, or you can keep coming onto YouTube and just searching up my channel manually if that makes it easier for you. Hope to see you next time. See you later.
Don't